It sounds like Jesse Minter, Anthony Reaver, and that revamped defensive line is ready to wreak havoc on the NFL in 2026. And if you want to know what's going on with the Baltimore Ravens and OTAs, make sure you do one thing: like, comment, hype up the video, and of course, it's the With It Wire. Why wouldn't you subscribe? Let's talk about it. We only 25 subscribers away on YouTube from my goal for the week. So a couple of y'all, come on, tap in with the channel now. It sounds like Mike Green and Zion Young is having a heavyweight fight about who is going to be starting on that opposite side of Trey Hendrickson for that DN spot. They say in the first play of 11-on-11, Mike Green made his impact known with a would-be sack on Lamar Jackson. They saying that defensive pass rush for the Baltimore Ravens pretty much had their way in organized team practice yesterday. Now, they also said that Ronnie Stanley wasn't there, so of course, it's going to make it a whole lot easier for them to build their confidence. But I like what I'm hearing. We understand how pedestrian our defensive line and our defensive pass rush was last year. We only totaled 30 sacks all of 2025. It was only 2 teams that had less sacks totals than us. That's not Baltimore Ravens football at all. Now, another name that continues to shine throughout OTAs is Zion Young. They saying that he had a nice interior rush with power that would have led to a sack on the quarterback. However, the quarterback stepped in through the ball. Now, we understand they're not in pads, so he's going to be a whole lot faster. However, we see the fundamentals. We see the foundations of something really special that we building with these defensive line. They really going to be a problem this year. Another name that stood out in 11-on-11 is Tavius Robinson. They saying he had a sack yesterday. This defense is getting so scary, even our undrafted rookies is starting to eat. We got defensive pressures from Deion Wilson Jr. out of Syracuse, outside linebacker Ethan Burke out of Texas, defensive lineman Aaron Graves from Iowa, and inside linebacker Reed Wilford out of Charlotte. Now, as y'all know, as that defensive line begins to wreak havoc, them DBs is going to eat. They even saying second-year safety might have had the top performance of the day, Keandre Jackson. After almost nearly picking off Skylar Johnson, he came back with an interception later in practice. Now, you know that offense only going to let the defense get so far. They saying wide receiver LeJontay Wester caught back-to-back deep passes, including one on a nice throw from Thompson. Now, you know Lamar Jackson ain't going to let the defense have all the fun. He had a great pass to Zay Flowers that was just past the outreached arms of Jalen Hawkins. Now, the competitive battle for who is going to start opposite of Trey Hendrickson between Zion Young and Mike Green is only going to continue all throughout OTAs leading into training camp. Now, my money's on Zion Young. I saw what he was able to do in the SEC. He was a run stopper. Double teams, he can handle that. Single coverage, don't do it. He was really a monster out there. But then you also got Mike Green, who we know has a nose for the football. The defensive line can continue to cause havoc all throughout the season. What that's going to do is make these quarterbacks move around and move out their pocket. And if you get them off their throwing plane and you get them running for their lives, they're going to turn the ball over. And we're going to be right there with open arms.